Happy Father's Day, everybody. This is Mark Spears from ESPN's Andscape. I got the journalism legend, Bill Rhoden here. We're at Crispus Attucks High School in Indianapolis. And our special guest for Father's Day, Vaughan Alexander, the father of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP of the NBA. And also, he has another son, play college basketball. And I call him your son, everybody else calls him your son. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who you basically raised as well. Happy Father's Day to you.
Appreciate you. Happy Father's Day to you too, man. You guys too. Come on now. Let's do it for the dads. Right?
That's right.
So tell me what that day means to you, especially when you're in the NBA Finals and you see your son playing on this global stage.
It means the world. It means the world. It means that everything we worked for when we were growing up and all the hard work and perseverance paid off. It means that we didn't give up and we were right, and we were told that we're doing the wrong and I was maybe too hard on them, or, you know what I mean, straight A's is the key and this, that, like all the things that we instilled in them, we were actually right. It worked. That's it, man. That's
I
just a blessing.
Man, Shai is such a great kid.
Appreciate that.
Well, I'm a great kid. And Mark and I both, we've been around generations of young men, playing, basketball there. And Shai, man, is just a great kid, man, really, really. So whatever formula you guys did, bottle and you should sell it. But one of the questions I had for you was that I was telling you before, so I work with kids in this program, and so if you guys were to talk to the kids, you'd say, who wants to be in the NBA? And everybody, of course, would raise their hand. And I used to say that, well, you know that the odds of you reaching the NBA are like 1 in a million, but then I thought about somebody has got to be the 1 in a million. So how do you've got two kids, how does a kid get to be that 1 in a million, that needle in the haystack that reaches this level?
Well, I think it first starts off with us as parents, right? They don't come out the womb knowing about anything, right? Everything, they're sponges right away, right out the womb. So I think when it starts right there, whatever you instill in them from day one, they're a product of their environments, right? So we got to make sure that what we do around them, they be aware that they're sponging it up. So you can make your kid actually be anything you want. If you want to make him an astronaut, a doctor, or a lawyer, you put him around law school, and he's only like 6 weeks old, and he doesn't even understand what you're saying, but it's gravitating into him. Some kind of, you might hear him say a word like anesthesia, and you're like, what did you just say at 6 months old? Because he's hearing his mom and his dad talk these things all the time. So what I'm trying to say is start early, number one, be like consistent with whatever you're doing, and make your kids know that, guess what, you got to be like very confident to make it. You got to believe in yourself first. And then it's just like I said again, just being disciplined, confident, believe in yourself, repetitive on what you want to do, and just work hard. And I think you can get anything you want in life, but who's going to do that? Who wants to be that one that wants to do what people don't want to do, because it's hard work. It's not easy. It's obviously one-on-one stuff. So you're going to have to do some stuff that most people don't want to do sometimes. And there's going to be a lot of nights and days like that. And if you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable in your own skin and comfortable with saying, I'm not going to party, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, then that's how you're going to be. That's one way to get yourself in an elite space.
Yeah, it was like many are called, few are chosen. Exactly. So how much is like talent, and how much is what you just talked about, which is drive, like saying, okay, I'm not going to the party, I'm doing this, I'm not doing. So how much is talent? How much is that drive?
That's a great question. I think if you want to put it in percentages, I don't even want to do that. I just want to say it's more drive. It's more mental. It's more who you are. It's more discipline. It's more, again, product of your environment. There's so much talented people out there. But like I said, you just lead them to horse the water, but you can't force them to drink. They just won't take the teaching that you give them. So it's more about that discipline. It's more about making that kid be a receptive, principled, respectful-minded person. And then they'll probably listen to their teacher. They'll probably listen to other elders besides you. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's more about being receptive, being that sponge, being humble, understanding that you're a kid and you don't know everything. Like the kids of today know everything. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to be that kid that kind of says, yeah, I don't know everything, which is like maybe 8 out of every 10 kids right now. They know everything because of social media and all that stuff, right? So once you get that 2 out of 400, there's gonna be that kid that's really, really humble and says, oh, I gotta listen. Oh, what did you do? Ask a lot of questions. See the people that are doing the things that you want to do and go around them. If I want to be a pilot, I'm just gonna go hang out with a pilot for it. That's just me personally. I'm not going to pilot school.
Yeah. You are a black father.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. There's been this long perception that like NBA players don't have black fathers.
There you go. Now we get into it.
And so now you have, I've known Chris Paul's father for a while. Then people talk about the ball father, but he's heavily involved in his kids. You're heavily involved with your son. Tyrese Halliburton's dad, yeah, if something happened, that showed me love for his son.
Right.
What's the perception and reality about NBA players and their fathers being around?
Oh, well, I'm glad we're touching on this too, and this is why we out here doing what we do. This is why I'm going to have a Basketball Dads podcast coming out soon, because I want people to know that there's a lot of dads out there that support their siblings and their kids and their mom. They're in their families, right? So the broken family thing, I think it's a connotation that we have. It's a negative connotation that we have about ourselves, and not even just us. Sorry, the media, might have about us, that we just, there's always like a single parent, and it's usually the mom. You hardly see the dad, and I'm just like, no. There's some dads out there that did it, and I'm one of them too. But it's not just for me; it's for everybody's dad that's not getting the shine that maybe they should get. And you know what I mean? I just think that it makes it like a weaker household. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that impression, that negative connotation that we don't have a dad, or even a mom, like the single parent thing is not good. I think people need to know that there's both parents in their lives, and that's how come they made such a beautiful kid. You know what I mean? And I don't think we get that a lot. I don't think we get that a lot. I think it needs to be emphasized way more, because there's so much dads under the radar doing stuff, and for whatever reason, like, I don't know the situation, right? For whatever reason, we don't get that credit. And that's, like I said, basketball dads, that's what we're doing right now. We've got a lot of dads right now that are actually restoring courts in their home court. I do that. We have foundations, like what you do with your church, right? You got a lot of dads that do this stuff, and it just goes under the radar. But if a mom maybe comes to the game and it's Mother's Day, you're gonna see the Mother's Days and flowers and all this thing. With Father's Day, who cares about Father's Day, right? I'm gonna take it off the map, bro. Honestly, like I forget about it, Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not dissing the moms too. Moms are super, super important. I'm a mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? I am, but guess what? I'm a dad. And I rate my dad too, you know what I mean? If it wasn't for the dads, those are actually the leaders. Like, let's be real, the head of the household, right? If there's a fire, it'll wake us up. If there's some burglar downstairs, we going downstairs to go deal with that, right? Let's just keep it real. So let's spread the love, is all I'm trying to say. Let's keep it 50-50, that's it.
So how do you continue to be a dad? I mean, a lot of as your sons become celebrities and make a lot of money, there have been some parents who become employees of their kids rather than maintain their father. How have you managed to, no matter how much Shai does, you're still his dad? You're not an employee. I'm still your father.
I think it's just, like, again, the upbringing, the product of the environment thing, like, it just doesn't change because all of a sudden you got hair on his chest. You know what I mean? I just, still gonna give you advice. Whether you want to take it or not, they can tune me out, they can do all of them, I'm gonna tell them the right thing. And I just think that's just how you gotta move with your kids. You gotta deal with them like men from early. When they become men, you let them go, let them do their thing and make their own decisions. But at the end of the day, I'll always be his father. I'll always, love him and love my kids, and know that, whatever decisions they make, they can come to me. I don't want them to ever feel like they can't come to me and talk to me, right? So that's just the way I deal with them, and from day one. And I think because of that, they're okay to say, you know what, I'm gonna make some decisions on my own too, because I'm pretty solid right now. You know what I mean? So they don't have to, what I'm trying to say, call me every day on every decision, which they don't. Trust me, they don't. Right? They make decisions on their own, and I love that. I love that.
You have had a lot of proud moments this season.
Oh yeah. This has been a year that it's gonna go down in the books. 100%.
Yeah.
Ain't done either. Ain't done either.
Done. Okay. Yeah. But has there been a moment? I don't know if it's him getting MVP, going to the finals, a play where you're like, wow, that's my son, man.
Wow, 75 of those this year, man. Come on. Every time you put the ball in the basket, I still gotta go. So am I waking up from this dream? This is real, so there's a lot of those. There's a lot, sometimes he does something, I'm not gonna lie, I see him spin drill off a man to pull up, I know what he's gonna do. It's almost like telepathy or something. That's what freaks me out more than anything. He actually, I feel like we have this telepathy sometimes. I know what he's gonna do before he does it sometimes, and that's just scary. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing to make you know that's your son for real. You know what I mean? He's doing what I would have done. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not trying to take no credit I'm nice as him. I was never that nice, but we attacked the game. We attacked the game the same way. Just put it that way. We attacked the game the same way. We think the game the same way. Put it that way.
Do you still get, I can imagine, man, again, just being around just the normal parents in the playground, do you still get that kind of excited and?
To a certain degree, you don't know. When the game gets on the line, and I'm like, I know what I would do right here. You're damn skippy. I'm screaming in the sidelines, but I gotta keep that down. So yeah, that happens though for sure. It's just like an AAU game back in the day, or not. You're like, run that play. 13 seconds left. You don't need more than I'm always like that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super into the game, yeah, 100%.
You had obviously an MVP son, 2 sons in NBA, 3 sons that play college basketball. For a parent that wants their kid to succeed in basketball, on and off the court, or succeed in athletics, what advice would you give them?
Wow. I got like 10 different gems. I'm gonna give you one though. Just tell your kids you love them from day one and make them be super confident in themselves. The social media thing is an issue right now. You know what I mean? If you don't get a certain amount of likes, if someone says your nose is too big, you wanna chop off your nose. You know what I mean? Like, nah. Make your kids know that what God gave you is the gift. And if you're a little bit different because of it, it's the gift. I mean, we want to be different out here, so that's the start. You know, the confidence in yourself, and that you, like I said, it comes from like as you come out the womb, and you'll see your kid moving around. Like, you have to say, "Oh, chill. Who do you think you are?" Sometimes, you know what I mean? But you'd rather that than the underconfidence. You know what I mean? Like not being confident in yourself. We can't. It's hard to build that back up, right? So that's the first thing I would build in my kid and make them feel like, you know what I mean? Okay, I can do anything I want to do in the world. That's just like that's the one thing. I can tell you 17 more, but we don't got all day.
I'm just curious, how does it feel to be a grandfather?
Oh, damn, that's amazing. And it's again the pictures of it. I forgot. You just remind me. Like, I'm a grandfather. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It just doesn't feel real sometimes. But it's again humbling. So blessed. Like I said, Shai is an amazing father, amazing son. Now he's going to be a father to his son, and I'm a grandfather, and I hope I can just instill some of my teachers that I gave Shai to him. You know, but Shai's going to do it on his own, I think, and it's just a blessing. It's crazy, crazy, crazy dope.
And how are you dealing with your growing celebrity, man?
Come on,
like,
man,
I'm sure.
I'll hang with you, man. Come on, you know. I've been hanging with you for about a week. I'm getting used to it, man. I'm only with Marc Spears. Hello.
But I'm sure more and more people are coming up to you, wanting pictures.
Oh, for sure. Like when I went to
how you handling it?
I'm just dealing with it, man. Remember, I haven't been famous for like in the first 49.5 years of my life, right? So, you know, to me, I'm not gonna get tired of it right now. You know what I mean? It's too early for me. I don't think I ever will. When a kid comes up and says, I'm just like, let's do this, because it just makes me know that there's going to be one of these kids that I want to see maybe 10, 15 years from now in the league, guaranteed. The amount of hugs and kisses and, you know what I mean, and the pictures I've took, I'm going to see one of these kids in the league again. I'm going to be like, I hope I motivated you, or it's going to be my dream to hear him say, selfishly, my little reward to myself, to hear him say to me, bro, you know, when you told me I could do it, or you told me don't be no 4, what are you doing? Your coach has you a 4, you're like, why? Because you're 6'4" right now, right? Bro, you might not grow 2 more inches. You need to be a point guard. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm telling kids when I see them. And I know it's selfish because all my kids are point guards, but that's what I believe. Like, if you're a point guard from day one, you can move to 2, 3, 4, 5. But I can't teach you to be a 5 and try to move you to a 1. That's impossible.
All right, so we're going to finish with this. We got a huge announcement to make.
All right, let's do it.
You got a podcast coming.
Here we go. Yeah.
So I want you to look in the camera.
Yeah.
And tell everybody, make this announcement, tell them what it is, and what should we be looking forward to? All
right, coming out Father's Day, you're gonna see a trailer coming out about Basketball Dads, Creators of Greatness. Basketball Dads is a podcast just telling people like a how-to guide, how do you get your son, some of the questions they asked today, how do you get your son to greatness, how do you get your son to the next level? There's only 450 people in the NBA. Man, notice I didn't say the NBA, to greatness, to the next level, to be a good human being, right? The best thing I think I like, and the most thing I'm proud of when they talk about Shai being a great basketballer is what he does off the court. Most people tell me he's a greater human being off the court, and that's what I'm most proud of. Yeah, I love his skill and all that, but we're trying to build great human beings and get you to the next level with sports. It's not just basketball, but like I said, basketball we know, and that's what we do. Basketball Dads, 1-on-1, Creators of Greatness. Stay tuned. Trust me, Trae Young's dad is going to be the first episode. You're going to see we got a lot of more gems too. Just stick around.
Who else? Who else should we be looking forward to seeing?
I don't want to drop too much gems. When you see the first one, then you'll get the second one. It's almost like a soap opera. Just keep you coming back for more. You know what I'm saying?
So why are you doing this?
Well, literally because I want just like with the questions. Why I'm doing this interview right now, I want people to know that it's not that hard to make a great son. Hard to get that NBA. I'm not gonna say it's not, but you can do it. It's obtainable, and there's a method, and there's a know-how. Like I said, all of us dads have done something before. These are all basketball dads, NBA dads, so to speak, right? So they have a story. They have a proof in the pudding story. They've done it before. And when you break it all down, all of our stories are going to be kind of similar, but there's going to be some differences. But what I want you to do as a viewer now, for free, is just take all that information and use it on your son. It's a how-to guide, you know what I mean? And that we're not gatekeeping this information. You want to see a next Shai. You want to see I can just run away with Shai and Nickeil Alexander, be like this for the rest of my life. I got 3. Nah, I'm trying to find the next kid that does that, or see the next kid that do, or teach the next person in the world. I don't care if you come from Africa, Zimbabwe, Puerto Rico. Be great, And there's a method to the madness.
And lastly on this, when you try to get a father to do an interview, and you're going to have, I've heard the people, I'm not going to tell you guys, but you got a great list. How do you convince them to do it?
Just for the simple fact that a lot of these fathers are like me. I've already talked and done, shot some stuff already, so it's already done. And like I said, man, they have this, they're building courts, they have family recreation centers, they have safe houses, they're working in churches like this guy and giving back to the community already, so we already align. So it's not like, yo, can you do this? Like, bro, they want to do it, bro. You guys are all just like me.
Happy Father's Day, bro.
Same to you, my G. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. And happy Grandfather's Day.
Thank you. I forgot about that part.